I'm doing a sound check over here.
Yo, we need to send a shout out to Evans walking 10 miles.
10 miles.
Wow. That's insane. You can get a lot of sips. And don't be drinking what I'm drinking here. I'll tell you about that in a second. This is our Make a Sip. Thank you for joining us. My name is, well, it depends because
today you're fresh.
I have two different channels on. So welcome to our viewers of Admiral Tim, which used to be Cruise Reviews, and also we're on Family Unit.
That's right.
Not on Fresh and Felicia today.
No.
So I am Admiral Tim, which is obviously a character. And I'm also Fresh over here on this channel too. So we have a little cross-pollination going on. So thank you all for joining us today. And what are we doing? It's a make and sip.
It is a make and sip.
So what do we do?
All right. What do you mean? What do we do?
During a make and sip. For those of us just joining us for the first time.
We make and we sip.
That's right. Clink. And what are you sipping today?
Purify hydrogen water.
So hydrogen water. What's the deal with hydrogen water?
It is so good. You're the resident
expert. You turn it on, you fire it up, and through electrolysis, somehow it separates the hydrogen and oxygen molecules and makes the water a little bit more hydrogen-y.
That's right.
Hydrogen-y.
Exactly.
Right. And it's supposed to be good for you. It's supposed to have a lot of medical benefits. Does it make you feel better?
Yeah.
I feel like it gives me a little bit more energy.
I think so. I agree with that.
And supposedly it helps with weight loss. It helps with your diet. If you're dieting, somehow it gives you increases your metabolism. It increases workout. Evan should be drinking hydrogen water after a 10-mile walk.
10 miles?
That's insane. I don't think I've ever walked 10 miles.
I definitely couldn't do it during the summer months in Florida.
Thank you for the follow, Evans. You're a rock star. I am drinking tequila because I am hideously out of shape and I don't care anymore. Before I forget.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to talk about our sponsors in a second,
right.
But we will not be live. We will be it's a hybrid live next week.
That's right.
So we will be in the middle of a hurricane next week. There's a hurricane barreling right into Florida, and
we're not a hurricane.
We're scheduled to go on a cruise. It's not a hurricane yet, but it probably will be.
There's a disturbance that's got
90% what?
No, it's got potential to turn into something bigger. And we are going to be on a cruise next August 15th.
So we're leaving from Port Canaveral. We're supposed to go to the Bahamas. And on our cruise channel, we're going to do a re-review of MSC Seashore.
That's right.
Which bombed the first time we were on it, but for very good reasons.
For very good reasons. The first time we were on MSC Seashore was their first time going out of this port. Right. And a huge change in staff and lack of staff.
And visa problems.
For those staff members. So
they had visa problems. Did they have MasterCard problems?
So they had a lot of issues. So we're going back on MSC Seashore next week to do a review to see if things have improved.
So we're leaving from Port Canaveral on Thursday. So we need to watch the weather. It could cancel it if it's barreling right in Central Florida, which it rarely does.
I don't think this one's going to, but
did you know, this is a little bit of trivia here. This is why they put the Kennedy Space Center right next to Port Canaveral, because it has historically the lowest incidences of hurricanes, despite being in the central part of Florida.
That's right. A few years ago, Hurricane Matthew was headed smack dab for us, right for us.
So what happened?
And hours before it was supposed to hit, it curved out.
Yeah. Totally missed us.
We totally missed the bad part of the storm. We got the storm, but we didn't get the bad part of the storm.
So anywho, we will be on a cruise next Friday, but we will again have a hybrid live. We're going to put a show on that we pre-recorded, and we're going to be sitting in a bar, hopefully in Nassau, Bahamas, if the storm doesn't go that way.
That's right.
And we will be in the chat live from a bar in Nassau, Bahamas.
That's right. It is a beautiful bar too, right over the water. It's so
Felicia, I have my yacht club slippers on.
You do. No way. I'm good. But
yes, if you're in yacht club on MSC, they give you these slippers, and apparently, are we supposed to take these home, or they don't reuse slippers? Do you? That'd be gross.
I don't think they reuse slippers.
Yeah. So I took these. So I probably stole them. I'm probably admitting that I stole something, but no, you're allowed to take them home, or you wear them on the ship. They're too small, but they look good.
They're a little small. You love walking around in them, though.
All right. So that's what's happened. Fred I need a yacht club. Me on this t-shirt. Fred, we're gonna cruise together, man, because I think you like to party. You know what I mean?
I hear
and Fred, like us, enjoys opulence. We're going to have to get together. I know you're doing that Mediterranean thing, and I'm thinking about that's October, right? Next October?
October 24 or 25?
25.
25, okay.
So we're talking about that, bro.
Yeah.
I think
we're looking into it. We're looking into it.
I think we're going to make that happen. All right. Thanks for joining us, man. Smell. No, it doesn't. I don't smell. Thanks for joining us, Fred. All right. So we have this other channel for everybody joining us on Admiral Tim. We have this. Felicia has this channel. What do you do on your channel? What is this family unit channel?
We do crafting.
You do crafting. I'm just eye candy.
Okay, I do crafting and pull you in when I need you.
What kind of crafting?
All kinds of crafting, from making T-shirts with heat transfer vinyl to making stickers to, gosh, everything. Sublimation, we do it all. And lasers now.
That's right. And the reason why we're simulcasting on these two channels is because this week we're making
Cruisewear.
Cruisewear, cruise
That's
stuff.
right.
Stuff you would take on a cruise. We make all our own cruise stuff. Let me show you these anchors real quick. These are pretty cool. We made these on a prior episode of whatever this thing's called. What is this thing called? So this was our door magnet.
That's right.
It doesn't focus here. It's looking for your eyeballs. Hide your eyes. There it is. Stop moving your eyes.
Okay, I'll get out of the scene.
So this is pretty cool. It's wood with magnets, but as you know, a lot of cruises no longer have magnetic doors, including Yacht Club. I think they're like plastic. So I had this one from NCL Prima, which did not have magnetic doors, so I couldn't hang it anywhere. And then this one on Prima as well, which we stayed in the Haven, which is NCL's Yacht Club.
That's right.
And
That's right.
I think Fred was the person who asked us about, are you going to do a comparison of Haven versus Yacht Club? And
We
yes,
absolutely are.
we're going to do it live from this cruise.
From the ship. That's
We're
right.
going to do it live from
That's
there.
right.
So we'll be doing that. And well, if we can do it live, because I heard that Ben and Jerry, those two YouTubers, got thrown off at MSC ship.
They didn't really get thrown off, but they got shut down. They were told they could not continue to record. So they decided to get off the ship, because that was the whole reason for being on the ship, was to work.
Well, I'm flamboyant, but they're super uber flamboyant, and they have big cameras and lights. They're probably up in everybody's faces in Yacht Club, and that would make me mad too. I don't want somebody with cameras ruining I want some privacy, right? So we're more stealth. We hide. That's what we do. Nobody even knows we're there.
We don't
like, oh, you guys made a YouTube video? Yeah, you didn't know, did you? What's that?
We don't use the big camera equipment like the camera we're shooting this with today. We use our iPhones.
Phones or GoPro or...
That's right.
More of that later. All right. Tell us what we are making today, Felicia, for this cruise on MSC Seashore for Yacht Club.
Would you like to first thank our sponsors?
Yes. Obviously, Purify, which we are going to incorporate this Purify hydrogen water into one of our projects today.
We absolutely are.
Hydrogen water?
Yep.
This is so good. It's light. It's airy. I mean, these bottles are not cheap, but there's something about hydrogen water just really,
it's really, really good. It's just fresh and clean. I don't know how else to explain it.
These are rechargeable as well.
That's right.
And it's USB chargeable. So we're going to bring these on the ship with us. And the hydrogen only stays in the extra hydrogen only stays in here for about 30 minutes. Then you got to run it again. But you charge these things several times.
That's right.
Before you have to recharge them.
That's right.
So Purify, we'll be doing something with Purify. Thank you, Purify, for being a sponsor on this show. And Great Carve, which we will dig into. They have something called scratch acrylic and scratch leather.
That's right.
That you can use. Go ahead.
Now, and we're going to look at the scratch leather today. We've looked at scratch acrylic last week with the ornaments we made.
Very weird name, but it's a lot of fun to work with lasers. Either diodes or CO2 lasers, which we're starting to get into. HTV Ront sent us a whole bunch of stuff.
They sent us the...
They keep sending us, I'm like, hey, you want all this? And then this big box arrives a day later.
Right. So they sent us the manual heat press, but they also sent us the brand new mini heat press 3, which we're going to do an unboxing.
They love heat presses.
In the next day or so.
They do.
And they sent us all this sublimation material. So the 2 weeks from now, we're probably going to do a live on all things sublimation. Everything, using all the products they give.
Fun with Family Unit.
That's correct. That's correct.
Not on Admiral Tim. That would just bore people to death.
Yeah, unless we do cruise stuff. But we're not going to.
I should audition for a cruise show.
I should.
HTV Ront, and also Heinz Eagle, who makes this really cool backpack that we're going to show that we made something for, because you need luggage on a cruise.
Right.
And
it's got wheels.
I'll tell you what, when we went to Iceland, I took 2 backpacks without wheels.
We needed that.
I had to walk about a mile from the airport terminal to customs and somewhere. And I had 2 backpacks for about 4. I was trying to save weight. My luggage 60 pounds a pop.
Right. Well,
So-
and one of them was my backpack, and you were so kind to carry mine for me.
Oh my gosh, I
He was-
both, and I was like dying.
He
My
was
back hurt.
crabbing for it.
Oh, I was extremely crabby. I said some bad words.
Oh, he
in
did.
Iceland. I almost
I
got
had
in
to
trouble,
walk.
but
I had to walk away.
yeah, they don't speak much English. I don't speak much English here. They don't speak English in Iceland, so I could say those dirty words. So,
Oh, too funny.
anywho, thank you to all our sponsors, and remember, we have links in our description. So if you click on those links, then our sponsors are notified that you click through, that we generated the lead, and they'll continue to sponsor us, and we can continue to do cool shows like this.
That's right.
So thank
That's
you
right.
for that, for if you've done that in the past, and thank you for being here. All right, let's get started. Enough with all this fun stuff. Oh, and Naporal too.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
talk
What is
about
what
that
is
in
it?
a
What is
sec.
it? Oh,
What did he just do? What? Oh, I'll do that later. Go ahead.
okay. All right.
Oh,
So,
sip break. Your sip break?
okay. Sip break.
Wait, do I have any more sip?
It's over there. It's over there.
Where's my tequila? So grab a sip, because this is a make and sip. So several times during these make and sips, we will stop and take a drink, whether
That's
it's water. I don't care what you're drinking. I care if you're milk, orange juice. Evans is drinking water after a 10-mile walk.
I don't know how she did that.
Good Lord.
Man.
And Fred and I are drinking some high-end scotch. So a little Macallan 18.
Please.
Mhm. So
All right.
thanks again for joining us. Make sure you take your sip and get it ready for yourself. Go ahead.
That's right. All right. So we wanted to make cruisewear. So you so kindly came up with some sayings that we could put on shirts. So the first one is one that's going to be for me.
Go ahead.
Okay. And
What
what
do
is
you
it? What does it say? Share my
We
screen.
made
Share
a
my
shirt
screen.
that said bodacious before, because I was
Yeah,
like, you should
we
make
did.
something called, but you know what bodacious? It's a word from the 80s.
It really is.
Pauly Sherry said, "Wow, dude, you're like so bodacious," and it meant like, what does it mean?
Go
You
ahead.
looked it up.
No, go ahead.
It means like very eloquent and very highfalutin and glamorous.
Okay.
That's not what Pauly Shore intended to be, but that's kind of the written definition. So let me share your screen here. Let me see if I can do it. There's your screen. So
All right,
there it is.
so you
So
can see
she
my screen.
renamed it as what?
Well, you actually did this. Renamed it to boat. How do you say?
Get it? Botacious. Boat
Botacious.
instead of bodacious. Botacious. Go ahead.
All right. So I already have this created, but I wanted to show really quick. And this isn't really a long lesson here, but really quick how I actually made this.
Mhm.
Okay. So we are going to grab the text tool and type in, if I can spell it.
Yeah, we just made up the
Okay.
spelling.
So the font is already selected because it's the last font I used in this file.
So back up for a second. For people who have never seen this before,
Yeah.
you're working in what right now?
We are working in Cricut Design Space software.
All right.
and
Now,
it
is this
is-
free?
It is free software.
But
Okay. But you can get Cricut Access.
mhm.
Okay. And Cricut Access gives you access to more fonts, more projects, more images,
more functionality.
more functionality. And I will tell you that I just canceled my subscription to Cricut Access for multiple reasons. But one of them was I wanted to see what people who don't have Cricut Access actually see.
Mhm.
And today was enlightening as I was working on this.
Right on.
Okay. All right. So we'll talk through that.
Okay.
So here is my bodacious, and I'm going to kind of scale this down to kind of match the size of the one I have already created. So let me pull this down. So here's the one I have created. All right. So I've typed the word out, and I'm going to go up to the top under operation and change the color to red. Easy so far. And then under offset in the ribbon across the top, I'm going to click on that. And you can see here that this offset, this blue line around it, is the amount of padding around my image. So you can increase that or decrease that. You can increase it really high. Oh, it's going to take a second. Now I think I stumped. There it goes. Or you can decrease it. Okay. And that's all you do. And that gives you your padding around your image, and you can layer it. So the offset layer could be one color, and the botacious layer could be a different color. And that's actually what we're going to do today. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click apply. So what it did was it changed the color to black. So I'm going to move my word botacious. I cannot get that right.
Botacious.
And I'm going to increase my screen so you can see it much better.
Like you, Felicia. You're
Okay.
botacious.
So here you can see that there's a couple of holes in here, and I really don't want, this is what it looks like. and I really don't want those holes in there. So I'm going to click on the offset layer and click on contour in the bottom right. And here you can see the first one is the actual big word. Are you sharing?
Yeah, I was on your way. I was trying to move the screen out of the way, but I can't figure it. Okay.
All right. So then I'm going to click on the pieces and parts that are inside the word that I don't want to actually see and close that. And now you can see those three little holes are now gone. So when I center this back over that, it looks a lot nicer. Okay. Put that back down to 100%. And I'm going to click on that offset layer in the panels on the right and change the color to white. And that's how I did it. That's all there was to it. Okay. So get rid of that one. Keep the original one here that I have. And we're going to use our Cricut Joy Extra to make this. So I'm going to click on Make. And it shows you the mats in the colors of the images or fonts in your project.
Do you set those automatically, or? It
does it automatically by itself.
Okay.
Okay. So the first layer, the first matte color is white. So that's going to be the offset layer for me. And then the second layer is going to be the word bodacious, because we put that in the red font.
Bodacious.
Bodacious. I can't get it right.
Go ahead.
So I'm going to click on that image and I'm going to select move, and I'm going to click on the white one and move it to the white canvas. So now I have both layers, although they're showing in white. If I move this one down to the bottom, I can then, are you sharing my screen still?
I am.
Okay, before you do that, before I show you this, I'm going to click on, in the left column, I'm going to click on mirror, because I want both of those to be mirrored so that when I actually cut the material, it irons onto the shirt reading the correct way.
I have to tell you, I have no idea what you're doing here, and I could never use this Cricut
You could totally do it.
Too complicated.
You could totally do it. You totally could do
this. I
this.
can't. I have no idea. You just did all this stuff and I'm confused. The dog's not out of me.
It's so easy.
I'll tell you what.
Go ahead and share us again. Okay. All right. So I already cut down the pieces of material I'm going to use and put them on the mat that match how I have it on the screen in Design Space. Okay. So the white was at the top for the offset and the red is at the bottom for the font. Okay. Easy.
Yeah. Right.
You want to make sure that you, one, like I said, mirror your design.
Is it time for a sip break?
And two, put your material upside down. So that means that this shiny side, like I have, here, goes down against the mat, and the dull side goes up. Okay, easy peasy. Okay, he doesn't ever get this.
I can't. So I don't understand this.
I'm going to use my Cricut Joy Extra.
Thank God you do.
And I'm going to run this through the machine.
How much is a Cricut Joy Extra? For somebody at home watching now who wants to make their own really cool cruise t-shirts. Obviously, there's a little bit of a learning curve. And you have a lot of videos on your channel, on this channel, on crafting fun with family unit, whatever it's called right now. We're going to change it. Correct. And you have a lot of videos to show people how to do this step by step.
Absolutely. Right? Videos to do exactly this step by step.
Could we do a video in the future teaching me how to use it?
Yes. Actually, that would be a really good video. You actually sitting at the computer.
I have like what you did right there. I have no idea what you just did.
You totally know what I did. I know you do.
What's that mean? It wants to do an update. So do you have to do that?
I don't know. I'm going to close it down.
Can you skip it?
I tried.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of funkiness going on with Cricut and Cricut software, which some is good, but the fact that it does what it that it does what it does as well as it does is miraculous. Can you do it without updating?
We're going to try. Cricut
How long does an update take?
The software is telling me that I don't know. I have not gotten it before. The software is telling me that I need to do an update on the Cricut Joy Extra. So we are going to go ahead and click on this update button that you're not seeing on the screen. And I'm going to go ahead and do this update. And we're going to talk for just a minute while it's doing the update. I don't know what you're doing over there.
This is what she's saying here.
This is what I'm seeing. So it's asking, I used this earlier today with no issues. But yeah, okay. So it's basically going through
downloading firmware.
Downloading. It's going to update the firmware on this.
It's pretty quick. Your internet.
It should be.
What internet am I on?
It should be pretty quick. All right. So while we're talking about that,
go ahead.
The red vinyl that I'm using for HTV is just Cricut Strong Bond vinyl. Easy peasy, right?
So there's different types of vinyl. For those of you watching at home who have no idea what's going on, there's different types of vinyl, right? There's heat transfer vinyl, which you're going to use for t-shirts because you need heat to apply. Heat transfer vinyl.
That's right.
And then there's
permanent vinyl, which is
what
what
we're going to put on our
what
purified.
we're going to put on here. And there's removable vinyl, which is something that you would maybe put on a wallwards,
or
so you
maybe
could
a
peel it off,
window.
or a window, or even, let's say you had some sort of decorative plate and you like to use it for all the different holidays. You could put removable vinyl on there, Merry Christmas or Happy Fall or whatever the case may be.
So it's
And then
temporary. You can
peel it
take
right
off.
peel it right off with ease.
Okay.
Is what the removable vinyl is.
So 3 types of vinyl, right?
3 types of vinyl.
3 main types or
3
subsets.
main types, but there are subsets of each one. Okay. So to talk about the subsets, the red.
She said she heard the update. Auto mirrors your stuff now. Evans is telling us that that's in the update.
Oh, nice.
That would be super
Very
helpful
cool.
for heat transfer vinyl only.
Yeah, because that's the only thing you have to mirror.
Apparently, Evans is an expert at cricket, so we appreciate
Absolutely,
that. Thank you for that. 'Cause
absolutely.
apparently, you haven't done this in a while.
I haven't. Oh,
Yeah.
No, we've been so ingrained in our lasers lately that we haven't done a lot in this space. But I was using this earlier today with no issues. So I'm timing wise, I don't know what happened there. But so again, the red.
Is it time for a sip break yet?
No, the red is just regular, more or less HTV, heat transfer vinyl. But the white is this stuff here, and this is Caesar's flock. And when you
what? No bad words. There's children here.
So when you iron this,
what the flock are you talking about?
when you iron this onto a shirt, it feels like velvet.
Yeah.
Right?
It's pretty cool.
The best way to describe it? And that's what we're going to do.
It's like a light velour almost. If you remember velour, if you're a child of the 80s like I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm 32 years old, but I was here in the 80s. Somehow it's like, you ever heard Highlander? Never mind. Go ahead. So flock. Flock is heat transfer as well.
Flock is heat transfer as well.
So it's a subset of heat transfer vinyl.
Exactly. That's where I was heading.
God,
yes.
I'm leaving.
It's
sip time. Evans, I'm going in. Whoa, what happened?
So it finished doing the update.
That auto mirror is actually a really good fit. If it did that, would be smart.
Right? Okay, so we are going to wait and see what it does. Now it's trying to make that Bluetooth connection. Okay, so are you still sharing my screen?
If I were in Yacht Club right now, I would have unlimited of these.
Really quick.
Let me share your screen. Go ahead.
Share my screen.
Screen coming on. And uh-oh. 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 Stand by. What's going on? Why don't I do that? I'm trying to. Oh, wait. There it goes. Wait. There it is. Okay.
All right. So basically, we're going to change our materials here, and I'm going to change it to flock. I've got both types of material, HTV and flock, on the same mat, and I'm going to attempt to cut them with the flock setting and see that hopefully it won't mess up my my red. And that didn't work. Okay, that didn't work.
I have to show that one. Evan says you don't look a day over 21, Fred. Most people say I don't act a day over 12.
All right, so the flock setting isn't in my list here anymore. I don't know where it went or why it's not there, but we're going to try doing it with just regular iron-on and see what happens. I'm going to click done, and I'm going to go ahead and
flock
load
have
this.
A different setting?
I think because it's really a material that you use. Whoops.
It's heavier.
With the, whoops, I put that
thicker,
inside.
maybe.
It's really a setting that goes with the Maker 3. That's why, and I haven't set that up for the Joy manually.
All right, I took off your screen sharing because it was boring us.
Okay, good. All right.
Now we're looking at your cry cut.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and send this through, and hopefully that flock will cut.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure,
and while that's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my manual HTV Ront heat press.
Now, if your flock doesn't cut, could you theoretically send it through twice? And it would line up.
If I didn't take the mat
like
out,
the laser.
I don't know. The laser doesn't line up perfectly either. So we're just going to give it, it's going to work.
Actually, the one I did yesterday did, but we'll just let that go.
Maybe it works for you and not for me. Maybe you're just better at lasers than
we have
than I
several
am.
laser cutting shows. We work with Xtool, who is a sponsor. Also, We Create, who's a better sponsor. And we're working with Vivor, who is a sort of sponsor and other things, but not with laser cutters. We bought the Vivor CO2 laser cutter. Playing with that.
Which is what? The smallest?
It's the cheapest CO2 laser you can buy on Earth. It's $434. Most of them are $700 to $1,000 for the lower end. And the laser that we're getting is upwards of a small car. So that will happen soon on Crafting Fun with Family Unit channel.
That's right.
We'll be making things for other channels on there too. All right, so can you look? Oh, you took it out. Oh,
We're just going to try it. We're going
that's
to
true,
try
because
it.
it only works with multiple cuts in the laser if you don't remove it from the bed.
That's right.
So
we're going to try.
Should I zoom in on this?
If you want.
Stand by. Zooming happening now.
So I'm going to go ahead and weed out the pieces and parts of my design that I don't need.
A little clunky.
Got it?
Apologize.
All right, so I'm just
So
weeding.
what is weeding for those playing along at home? I have no idea what you
Like
mean.
I just said, weeding out the pieces and parts. Like I just said, I just
Why do they
I just
call
got
it
on you
weeding?
there.
You're taking out all the
I'm
weeds.
taking out all the
Stuff
pieces
you
and parts
want,
I don't
you
need.
right?
Right.
You try to zoom in a little more.
And I'm going to
Nothing
use
good.
my special LED weeding light so that I can
Evans
see.
has one of these.
Oh, I love it. So I
Yeah.
can see those tiny pieces that I don't need. All right.
Weeding is so hot. I love weeding.
Jeez. All right. So this cut just fine down here, but the trick is going to be did the flock cut.
I noticed you did this first. You had confidence in this.
I did. I had just total confidence in this one.
Confidence in heat
So
transfer.
let me turn around the white and see how we did. Fingers crossed. Ouch.
Uh-oh.
Magic.
No way. I can't flocking believe that.
You're lucky. You're lucky. You said it.
We're lucky we're not on Amazon.
All right.
On Amazon, you get to pull the plug.
All right.
Amazon was the worst platform in the world to stream live. It was terrible. Oh my God, it was horrible.
All right. So here we have.
Oh, it was terrible.
The heat press is almost heated up, but here we have our flock and our text, our font. Put it down here somewhere you can see it. And we're going to put those on a shirt. Okay.
What? On a shirt? On whose shirt? On your shirt?
This is going to be on my shirt.
Stop it right now.
Stop right now. So let me move this stuff out of the way.
Is it time for a sip break yet?
Sure. It's a time for a sip break.
All right,
now.
everybody take a sip break. This is Make and Sip. I don't know what number it is. I was advised by my social media person not to keep count of it anymore because people would think they're old. So now they're evergreen.
Oh, gotcha.
Cheers. This is Purify Hydrogen Water. Link is in the description.
I'm going to throw this away real quick.
That's good stuff, man. Oh, wait, I have to run it again. It's been 30 minutes. So all I
Okay.
do is press the button on here, and I get a little blue light. And if you can see this, there's little bubbles coming up. Not that I'm trying to sell these, but I'm trying to sell these because they're awesome. I got to hide Felicia's eyes. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Little bubbles coming up. So what it's doing, again, electrolysis. And if you press this button again, it will tell you how many parts per billion of hydrogen is in your water at that specific time. And it goes up to 3,000 if you do a 10-minute cycle. So you have to press that within the first couple of minutes. Twice if you want to do double hydrogen.
Right.
I don't know if there's an advantage health-wise to double hydrogen, but it's kind of nice. I'm going to turn this
All right.
one
So
off.
I'm going to go ahead. My heat press is almost to the 320 mark. I'm going to go ahead and sweeten this top part out of the way.
Wow.
How cool is
So
that?
there's a certain temperature you need to do this at?
I'm doing this at 320.
And is every heat transfer vinyl
No,
different?
every heat transfer vinyl is different. Yes.
Hold on. I just dropped the camera.
Oh, gosh.
I'm zooming in.
Oh, gosh. All right. So I'm going to start with my flock layer, my offset layer. That's the heat press telling me it's heated up. I fold it in half and crease it so I know where the middle point is.
Clever.
Now I'm kind of doing this a little backwards, so we're just going to hope for the best here. So I put it on my shirt, what I think looks straight. Hard when you're doing it sideways, but that's okay. And then I'm going to grab a piece of parchment paper or craft paper. I'm going to put it over the top of it. I'm going to swing this back
Watch your
around.
hand.
I'm good. And lower this. I've got some decent pressure. You can manually heat this up. I'm going to go ahead and press my timer button. It's going to press for about 30 seconds. And we're going to take that off.
Did you put the flock on also?
The flock is first. I have the font here.
Okay.
Okay, so we're doing it in layers. I'm going to do it at the same temperature.
Okay.
I've had some success with that, so I'm going to do it in the same temperature.
Let me ask you a serious question here. Now that has pressure on it, right?
It does. You can adjust the pressure with this knob, increase it or down, decrease it.
So theoretically, that heat press by HTV Ron could make a panini. I'm serious right now. I mean, that's
You have made grilled cheese before. He has
with
made
an
grilled cheese
HTV
before.
run.
With an HTV run.
Right.
All right, so there
Did it work?
is really hot. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give it just a second to cool down.
Is that a cool peel or a warm peel, Felicia?
You know what? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just going to let it cool down for just a second.
Go ahead.
And then I'm going to remove it. It's removing just fine, and it's just kind of more of a hot warm peel. All right, and then I'm going to
warm peel.
Hot warm peel. So I'm going to take my font and I'm just going to layer that on top. Fresh loves to laugh at me.
Now look, Felicia.
All right, and then I'm going to press it again for another 30 seconds.
Let me ask you a serious question. It looks like Chick-fil-A from here.
There are so many serious questions with this guy.
Serious question right now.
How many serious questions?
How long will this shirt last? Can I throw it in my laundry and will it destroy my shirt the first time I wash it?
No, but wait 24 to 48 hours before you wash it and flip it inside out and do it that way. And it will, they say, can last up to 50 washes.
50
The vinyl,
washes.
HTV vinyl.
But you've had shirts that lasted longer than 50
We have
washes.
had shirts, especially yours, that have lasted much longer. Somehow or another, you tend to get all the craft shirts.
Kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, your whole drawer of t-shirts is this stuff.
And every
All
time I go on a cruise, I wear one of your funky shirts that
You do.
made right here
That's right.
on Crafting Fun with
That's
Family
right.
Unit on
You
YouTube
always do. You're such a good sport.
and Facebook.
But you also come up with the words, the designs for all the things that we do.
Yeah, but it's because of our viewers. So thank you to our viewers for tuning in. Otherwise, I would have no reason to live. I really mean that.
He really enjoys entertaining.
I mean that.
All right, so I'm just going to peel this up.
Is it working?
It's working.
I can't zoom in anymore. I need a better
That's
lens.
okay. That's okay. I'm going to hold this
How
up.
come Sony won't send us a new lens?
All right. And I'm just going to press it one more time
It's an
for just a
email.
couple of seconds to make sure that HTV is on there really good.
Sony ZV-E10 Model 1 or 2. You can send us an email, lens to Fresh and Felicia, care of 8105, blah, 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 blah. Where do you live? Melbourne, Florida?
I do. Right next to Port Canaveral.
Do you like living in Florida?
I do.
Look at you. Look what you have done. You have made a bodacious
So we
shirt.
layered HTV on this t-shirt with flock and HTV. And you can feel, I can feel the flock is kind of a velvety feel to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go.
I mean, hold this up.
If you want.
Let's see if you can see the difference here. So you've got two different layers here. You've got the flock in the background here, which is kind of velvety. You can almost see the texture here. And then the heat transfer vinyl on top of that. So that's interesting.
Right.
Now, you mentioned you wanted to do rhinestones today.
I did.
For some reason, we couldn't get that to work.
I was doing a different project with rhinestones. We have Viver so kindly sent us the new Viver Auto Heat Press. So I was working on my unboxing and first project video with that machine, and the rhinestones worked perfectly for that particular project, but I had a little bit of problems because I forgot to set pressure on that machine. It is an auto heat press that actually has pressure settings.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we're gonna. I'll be showcasing that on the channel probably tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. So we finished this one.
Bodacious. You're going to get so many comments on it.
Okay.
Actually, we're going to sell these on our TikTok shop, aren't we?
Sure.
I think we are. At some point.
All right.
Oh,
So
did
now I need you to
over.
come back and share the screen
You know,
again.
people enjoy watching you.
You don't want to
things
share
up
my.
off the floor.
You don't want to share my screen?
It's the best thing going. Oh, hold on. I got to come back out now. Hold on.
I'll wait.
We can't afford a camera person because we're on such a low budget. We had a few more sponsors. We could probably get an intern in here. All right. So I'm sharing your screen. What am I doing? Go ahead.
Share my
Oh,
screen.
wait. Stand by. Stand by. Why is it
Standing
not
by.
working?
Drink. Sip
Why
break.
is it not working?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
You got it? Okay.
Go ahead. The only thing I can't see is the bottom right-hand corner.
That's okay. We don't need it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the two layers that made up my bodacious,
Has some high.
and I'm going to hide that. And I'm going to turn on these two layers. And these are the shirts that he would like to have. Okay. One is opulence and one is cruise addict, not ready for help. And the O in opulence and the little symbol above cruise addict is the logo for your cruise channel, right? So we took the O off.
Our cruise, you are part of that cruise channel as well.
So we took the O off of opulence and used your logo for that.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to show how exactly I did this, but I do want to show you what I discovered with Cricut Design Space that you can't do because you don't have Cricut access.
You don't have the paid version.
The paid version.
Okay.
It's not the paid version. The software itself is free. It's that Cricut Access gives you access to more things, projects, fonts, images, more features. All right. So here's one of the features. If I go to upload, and I'll go grab this, if I can find it again real quick, and we'll grab this one right here and open it. So this is the file he sent me earlier today, and I loaded it into Cricut Design Space just like I always do, and I clicked on preview because I didn't have any other option.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Horrock's in the house. John is in the house.
So what happened is it showed all these Cricut watermarks all over the image, and I'm going, what the heck is going on there? And over in the left-hand corner where my mouse is moving, this is a feature, removing the background, that only people who have Cricut access can get access to.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paige Monkey is in the house. Paige Monkey.
So I had to do it a different way. Okay, so I reverted that image back. I clicked on down here in the bottom, there's a select icon. I clicked on that and clicked in the white area of that design, and it made it go away. Okay, so I'm just doing this not the harder way, just a little bit longer, more clicks to do it way. And I don't want the botacious there. I just want the other two. So I clicked on this crop tool and I cropped it down to size. Okay, so those are the only ones I'm going to be working with. And I didn't want to do that. I'm going to undo that. I'm going to do that in a second.
And those of you watching our cruise channel on YouTube, please don't steal my designs, okay? Just borrow them and give them back when you're done.
So basically you can crop it down to size and then load that into Cricut Design Space. And that's what I did. I'm going to close that back out. Whoops. Cancel. And that's what I did to bring these in. Okay.
All right.
All right.
I like what you've done here.
So that's a feature in Cricut Access that you don't get access to, for lack of better words.
I see what you did there. Go ahead. Is it a SIP break yet?
No, that you don't get access to because I no longer have Cricut Access. If you can see in the menu at the top here where I'm making a circle, there's something called Create Sticker. It's grayed out. That's because I don't have access to that neat little tool.
You don't have access to Access.
Right, to create stickers.
How much?
I have to do it a different way.
How much is Cricut Access per month?
$9.99, if I'm not mistaken.
So $120 a year.
Something like that. Yeah.
Is it worth it?
For some of the features that I'm seeing, maybe. Yeah. And all the images, I tried to play around with some images today. Every one of them cost me at least 99 cents to use that I wanted to use.
But do you think
there was some free ones,
but $120 worth of images over a year?
I don't know that I would. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and cut these two designs for him. All right. So I already have this image that I have here, Opulence, as well as the Cruise Addict. They are two separate pieces that make one. So I have them. I'm not sure you can see it. In the bottom right corner, it says detached. Or it says detached because that's okay. Because I attached them. And I did this.
Hold on. Let me see if I can maximize this. Stand by.
Standing by.
Can I move this? Oh, wait. Hey now, going back to sound, checking audio. Looks like it's working here. If I change it back to Wire Pro, 1, 2, that looks like it's working here. Can you hear us now?
Nope.
Can you hear us now?
No, I got volume all the way up.
Hey now, hey now. All right, so that's not us. That is Restream. Hey now.
Oh, whoa! What did you just do?
I didn't do it. You have a delay. All right, so I think we're back. Thank you, Evans. Thank you, Paige. Thank you, John. Loud and clear. Awesome. Yeah, so that must have been a streaming part. So thank you for letting absolutely let us know if you hear anything or if you don't hear anything.
Absolutely, because we're not
we can't
real time monitoring it. We just spot check it here and there.
I should really wear headphones, but thank you guys for letting us know.
All right.
Go ahead.
So he wanted these in reflective vinyl.
You know why?
Why?
Because what is that brand that has reflective vinyl that everybody's waiting in line for? It has a little thing on the back of the activewear.
Is Lululemon
really? They have that little
reflective?
logo on the back and it's reflective.
Okay.
So I said, why can't I have my own reflective stuff? So you went on where? Amazon? Where did you find
I got this on Amazon. It's actually linked in the description below.
Did you find Funkaya?
Yep.
Funkaka? Funkaka. You know what kaka means in some languages?
Stop.
Go ahead.
Stop.
And that is reflective. Funkaka. People have fun with Oh, they're such nonsense. Go ahead. So fun caca. So that is reflective. John, I'm walking around calling everybody nunces here. Is that a bad thing?
Oh gosh, stop. Just stop.
There's
okay.
Nobody else in England watching
stop.
right now. All right, go ahead.
So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to size. It looks just like white vinyl, okay? And it's really hard unless it's got the right lighting to actually see the reflection. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way.
Fun caca.
So I'm just going to use my Cricut trimmer. Move this out of the way here too, so you can see it. And I'm going to cut this material down to size. I always keep my scraps inside the roll. So I have some scraps, but they're not the right size for this project. So I'm just going to cut this down to, let's see, in my design, it's about 4. I can actually see the reflection, the shimmer, so to speak, here, but I don't know that you'll be able to see it on the screen. Here, Fresh, try it.
You really
Try that.
can't. It can't see it in this light. It really has to be kind of dim, but it is reflective in certain types of light.
It is.
You got to trust me. Like on the back of helmets or bicycle seats or on the back of Lululemon.
And on your shirt, on the previous shirts we've made with this, you can see it
in
the right light. Right. Yeah. So I'm going to take this. It's shiny on one side and dull on the other. And I'm going to put it upside down on my mat. I've already mirrored my design in Design Space. And I'm going to send this right through. Okay. What is so funny? Oh, don't even say it again. Don't. John, tell him to stop. John, tell him to stop.
We do have another. It's on OnlyFans. Fun caca.
Stop. Stop. Oh my gosh.
OnlyFans/fun caca.
So I'm going to run this through. I'm going to use the Everyday Iron-On.
Is it time for a sip break yet?
I think it might be.
Go ahead.
Oops, I pulled it out too soon. There we go.
So cutting this vinyl is the same way you cut any heat transfer vinyl.
Any heat transfer.
Now, as Evan said, does it mirror automatically in the new version of Cricut?
It did not mirror it automatically. I don't know
and
why.
You told it this heat transfer vinyl.
I did.
Weird.
So I don't know. I'll have to check into that. I 100% wasn't paying attention to it, but. All right, so it's going to start the cut process. And while it's doing the cut process, I still have my heat press on the same temperature. And I'm going to get his shirt ready. What are you doing? So here's his shirt, just a regular t-shirt.
She's like, what are you doing?
I'm not sure what you're up to over there, to be honest.
I don't know how to monitor volume here. Apparently Restream has a problem.
Here, I'll just turn it up on my phone.
Hey.
It's there. It's there. All right, so it's going to start the cut process.
I hear you here.
Okay.
I don't know how to monitor that. There's no way to do that.
All right, so it's doing the cut, and then we're going to just weed out the pieces and parts that we don't need. And it's going to be a little bit more challenging to do that because it's white, and that's why we're going to use our LED weeding tool. I apologize in advance because I don't understand it anymore. Maybe Paige understands. She actually probably does understand. What are you doing? I give up.
Oh, hi, Felicia. It's good to see you. My name's Mickey. How you doing? Oh, look, we have people with us. This is so exciting. What are you doing?
I just can't with you.
What do you mean?
I can't.
What?
I can't.
What did I do this time?
What didn't you do this time?
You're about as fun as a piece of cheese. Goodbye.
Okay, that is every day around my house. Something like that goes on every single day. Is that not right, Fresh?
What?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I fell asleep. I'm sorry.
Well, you just,
So you're cutting vinyl? That's very exciting.
well, that's, and you said, okay,
It's like
I
cutting cheese.
said,
That's
I
fun
should,
caca.
I said I should cut this vinyl ahead of time because it's kind of boring to watch
No, it's
this.
good for people to
But
watch this.
You disagree. So I followed your way.
I know. I just disagree for fun.
I know you do. I know.
Is it time for a sip break yet?
Okay.
I think everyone's thirsty at home. Go
I'm
ahead and take a
thirsty.
sip break. Sip break brought to you by Purify Hydrogen Water. USB-C rechargeable. Infuses hydrogen in your water. It's very exciting and healthy. There are about 100 different health benefits to hydrogen water. Felicia, tell us about them.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to a word you just said.
Go ahead.
Not a word. All right, so finish the cut process. I'll move the Joy Extra out of the way and grab my LED weeding tool, and I'll quickly
Sorry,
weed these pieces and parts out.
Try not to make Evan seasick.
Yeah, don't do that. So it cuts so nice. This
This is one of your favorite vinyls, isn't it?
it really, because it just weeds easy.
Fun caca for the win.
All right, so I'm going to carefully look for these cut lines, except for in that it is a little bit of a
I'm
challenge
going
to
in deep
see.
now. Hold on. Don't get sick. There we go. I'm not going to move it. I
All
like
right.
that weeding tool. It's pretty cool.
I think the battery might be going.
So the O is actually the logo for Cruise Flame Cruisewear, which is one of our subsidiaries, a company we're developing right now. You can find them at Cruise Flame and TikTok and Instagram. Should I TikTok this right now?
No, but I don't know what your logo really looks like here, so I'm struggling ever so slightly to figure it out.
Not there.
So hold on. I have to go look and see what the logo looks like because I'm not sure where, because it's white. It's really hard to see.
It's hard to weed, man.
All right, so hang on 1 second. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go over here to my Cricut lamp. I'm going to pull it down so I can see.
Can you guys see this at home, the Cricut lamp?
I can't see it.
What are you doing? Cheating?
Cheating. Oh, I think I found it.
You're trying to find the little weedy areas?
I think I found it.
Sony, I hope you make lenses with optical stabilization because this digital stuff's not covering cutting.
So if you have the Cricut lamp, I'm not going to lie, it really comes in handy for weeding out white where you can't see the cut lines so easily. And that's what I'm doing here. I just have it right in the right spot, as low as I can get it to go. And now I can see those cut lines very easy with my LED tool as well.
That was a rare moment of silence.
Rare moment of silence.
It doesn't happen much.
I think.
Cut out right there.
Let me see if I got it. I'm not sure. Okay, I think with any luck, I got it all.
I get hate mail on this channel.
Huh?
I get hate mail on this
He
channel.
does get hate mail on this channel.
It's pretty funny, isn't it?
So here are the two designs. I'm going to cut one.
You notice how Garrett and Kim never chime in on our lives?
They're busy. All right, so I missed a couple of spots. So let me weed those out real quick. And then I'm going to let him bring this up to the camera. And I don't know if he's going to be able to show the reflection or not.
No, I can't see it. I give up. I can actually see it here. But it's very, very subtle.
All right, so we're going to put opulence on one shirt.
Yeah, if I can get right under this light, maybe I could show you.
You think?
Maybe. Stand by. Let's try this. I get right. Now, it's really impossible to see it on camera, but it is glowing and reflecting. The light is right here.
All right.
I can see it over there, but it's impossible to duplicate on the camera.
Okay. So I have it on the shirt, and I'm just going to heat it up real quick for about 30 seconds. And this one is so nice. I've got it on medium pressure. And we're going to heat that up real quick. And Fresh is going to entertain us with something else.
And now I'm going to dance. Actually, I'm going to show you my Yacht Club shoes because next week, if you've been watching, we're normally live on this channel at this same time every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. But next week, we will be here at MSC Yacht Club wearing these. Smell that. Smell that. Good. And so we will have a show on next week, but it'll be pseudo live. And that means that the content will be pre-recorded, but we will be live in the chat, sitting on a bar in Nassau, Bahamas, provided that the next hurricane following Debbie does not hit us directly in Central Florida. So
Hurricane Debbie.
Definitely a possibility. We also want to send a shout out to Debbie. Hope she feels better.
Hope she feels better.
That's all we need to say
That's
about that.
all we got to say about
Yeah,
that.
Debbie. I'm praying for you, bro. And so, yeah, hopefully the hurricane won't come in and ruin our cruise. If it does, then we'll be here next Friday. But otherwise, we have a font show set up for next week.
That's right. That's right.
And it's 16 minutes long. It's going to cycle. It's going to re-show once every 15 minutes or 4 times next Friday. But we will be live in the chat, sitting at our favorite bar in Nassau, Bahamas.
Favorite
Over the
bar.
water. What's it called? It's right next.
Luca something?
Luca? I think it's Luca. It's right next to, what is that bar called?
Senior Frogs.
Senior Frogs. And Senior Frogs actually owns the property out on this dock.
Right.
And it's a gorgeous little bar out there.
It is such a nice little bar overlooking the water. It's actually over. It's actually over the water.
I get the carrot margarita. It's awesome. There it is. Opulence.
Can you see it?
And if Fred's still here, Fred will know what this means. Because we will be in Yacht Club celebrating this word, opulence. Well, I won't be. Admiral Tim will be there. And Admiral Tim sounds a lot like this, unless he's doing, what's his name? You can't see it. You really can't see it. So opulence. Yes, that is one of my cruise shirts that we'll be wearing on MSC Seashore next week. And what's this one?
That's the other one you asked for.
Uh-oh. We didn't have a weeding problem.
Oh, we had a weeding
That's
problem.
okay.
I can get that out later.
You can?
There's a trick to that.
And
You
my
can't-
second shirt.
So he just told me that I missed a spot of his logo down at
See
the
the A?
bottom. Okay, I can take my mini heat press and hold that underneath the fabric and peel that up. He's so bad.
You can do that?
I can do
With a
that
heat press? You
with a
can
heat
remove
press.
stuff?
Yes.
Can you remove all vinyl if you did? If you made a mistake and you want to remove everything?
You could, absolutely. Same way. You might have some residue from the adhesive, but you can do it. I've done it.
Is there
So
a
I will fix-
chemical way to
I will-
remove that adhesive?
There is a chemical called VLR that will do it as well.
Cool.
Okay.
So it is reversible.
All right. So we've done, for our cruise, we made 3 shirts.
Awesome.
Bonus. So now we're going to take a look at the luggage
We're not
tags.
done?
We're going to take a look at the luggage tags we just made.
What about a sip break?
Come on, keep going.
All right.
You and your sips.
If you feel like you need a sip break, go ahead and take a sip break. We got a question from Sharon Vaughn. Thanks for popping in. Sharon says, how can you add several vinyl layers to a t-shirt? That's a great question, Felicia.
So we did that earlier in the show with this one here. So the white, you hold this up there so they can see it. So the white layer is an offset layer in Design Space, Cricut Design Space, that offsets the letters, the red letters, boatacious. So I cut the boatacious in red HTV, and the white is cut in white flock. So when I went to heat it up first, I did the flock because that's the bottom layer. So you start from the bottom layer and work your way up. So flock, I heated up first, waited for that to cool down, peel that up, and then do the same thing with the red HTV, layer it right on top, reheat it up, and boom, done.
Now, could you do that with several layers of vinyl?
You can do it with HTV.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
So
absolutely.
you
could
do
it
multiple layers
many
of
layers.
HTV vinyl.
Many layers. Yeah, as many layers
Interesting.
as
So
your
you could have
project.
multiple colors.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you don't have to sublimate to do multiple colors.
That's right. You don't.
We're going to have a whole show on sublimation, aren't we?
Right, because HTV kindly sent us all this material here. We've got sublimation blanks, we've got sublimation HTV, we've got sublimation spray that you can use on cotton shirts. You could take a cotton shirt, spray it with this spray, and sublimate on top of it. So we're going to test it out.
The sublimation gives you the advantage of being able to do gradients and multiple colors.
Exactly. So our logo here with the gradients, I can do that with vinyl, right? And I do it with vinyl, right? I make the A all green, this black, and then each color dot is a separate color. And then I heat them all up individually on my heat press.
It's a lot more work, though.
It's a lot more work. And it doesn't really reflect the logo correctly.
Right.
Right. So if we were to do this on sublimation, all the colors of the rainbow are right in there, and we would be able to get that gradient.
And just to clarify that, what do you need to sublimate? Do you need a printer of some sort?
You need a sublimation printer.
And it's not just regular inkjet.
It is not regular ink
Different
at all. It is different ink that you actually use when you go buy a printer. I bought the Epson 2720, something like that. This is a lowest expensive Epson. And when we bought it, we took it out of the box, and it came with inkjet ink. We tossed that aside. We gave it to somebody. And we bought sublimation ink, and we loaded the sublimation ink into that printer. And now it's a sublimation printer, and that's all we use it for, is to create sublimation designs.
So you, during that sublimation live, and we're going to do a live here right on this channel. So if you haven't subscribed, Sharon, and everybody else who's interested in sublimating,
absolutely
subscribe. We're going to do a live here on one of these Make It Sips.
We're going to sublimate with
where we will show you how we actually converted the printer.
Right. We're going to sublimate tumblers.
It's easier than anything. We're
going to sublimate tumblers, keychains, business cards, a whole slew of stuff.
Brother actually makes a sublimation printer.
They do. They do.
How much is that? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
It's under $500, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
I'd have to look it up.
We'll look at that. We'll look at some of the prices, some of the stuff you can buy off the shelf, and how you can make a sublimation printer out of a typical inkjet.
Absolutely.
But you can't go back. Once you make a sublimation, you can't go back to inkjet.
You can, they say you can go back, but it's a lot of work to clean all that ink out. So if you have an inkjet printer that you want to convert, there's a process you can go through to get all that ink out, but it's not a process I want to do.
Yeah,
So.
I understand. Awesome. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right. Thanks for your question, Sharon. If you have any questions, hit us up in the chat too. Again, we're simulcasting on Admiral Tim's channel today. I am Admiral Tim, but I also co-host this on Crafting Fun with Family Unit. And this is Felicia. She's also on Admiral Tim channel. And I know a lot of you are very confused right now because I don't always talk like this. Normally, I talk like Robin Leach when we do the Yacht Club. And we're going to do Yacht Club versus Haven for those of you who care on this cruise next week right here live on the Admiral Tim channel. All right, we're back talking about making stuff for our cruise. So you've made these 3 great shirts.
That's right.
We've made, if you're just joining us now, thank you for joining us, Botacious, which is a play on the word bodacious. So it's botacious, and we'll be wearing this on this cruise. We made Opulence because we do like to stay in Yacht Club, and Yacht Club is what?
Opulent.
Opulent, yeah. And Cruise Addict, we just like to do some fun shirts. Not ready for help, and I am not ready for help, although I desperately need it. Those of you who know me will understand that.
All right, so we have 3 more projects, Fresh, that you asked for.
Go ahead.
So you want to do the leather?
All right, so we're going to talk through this. I'm going to show you a video on the overlay. Hopefully you can still hear us. Is it safe to eat yellow snow, or is there a way to message me privately? Yes, you can hit us up at freshandfelicia@gmail.com.
Who's that?
Hit me up there. That is Fred from our cruise review.
Perfect.
Thank you for joining us.
Perfect.
And John wants to eat yellow snow. It depends on the shade of yellow.
It's really a bad idea, John.
If it's a light yellow, it's probably good. It could be lemon. It could be lemonade because people have lemon freezes here in the States. But nonetheless, we're going to talk about Great Carve, who's one of our sponsors. And they make what?
Great Carve makes scratch acrylic and scratch leather. And today we're looking at scratch
leather and scratch acrylic. You take these and you put these in your laser engraver. So let me show you what this is before we jump in there. And we'll show you what these things are. So this is actually, it comes in yellow, and you scratch the top off with a laser engraver, and it shows the color underneath. So that's pretty cool. That's kind of a professional looking luggage tag, right? Because a lot of luggage looks alike, especially if you go on cruises and flights and you don't know which. You're going to grab a bag and you're going to know exactly which one is yours.
That's right.
So let's show you. We're going to talk you through this process right now because I believe you can hear us. And again, thank you to our sponsors. Great card.
And the only reason we didn't do this live right here in this room is because the machine is downstairs in the laser room.
There it is. So we're looking at Great Carve Scratch Acrylic right now. So they have all kinds. This is a rose gold. And they have it in silver. They have it in black and just about every color under the rainbow. And this is the scratch leather. And again, every color you can think of, a really cool looking teal. And this looking, it looks like suede, doesn't it?
It does.
Like a really neat looking leather. It's not real leather. It's some kind of fake leather. So those of you who don't like to use real leather, you can use this safely. And it works with diodes or CO2 lasers. So there is our We Create 40-watt laser engraver doing its thing. And really can make whatever you want on these
Right.
things.
And this is their software. This is We Create software. And it's
Pretty easy
sort
to
of,
use.
sort of in line with Design Space slightly.
I think it's easier.
Slightly.
Yeah.
And it's not overly complicated to use. So basically I just typed in our names and chose a font. And then they actually have a welding feature. You weld these letters together. You can see there's cut lines there. When I weld them together, they go away. Fill engrave fills everything in. And that's what we're actually engraving into our leather. And we're just sizing that down to make a semi-reasonable size piece of luggage tag.
What's nice about this laser is this laser engraver by We Create that they sent us. Thank you to We Create for sending it to us. You can actually do a preview using the camera inside the machine, so you know exactly where this is going to go, and this will pop up in a second.
Exactly.
And you can cut and you can engrave.
You can.
Or
and
both.
That's right. And just like in Cricut Design Space software, you can also do the slice feature. It's called something different in this software.
Okay.
But you can do that, and you'll see here, I'm going to slice out the hole that your cord would go through, and which you would use to attach to your luggage.
John's eating some yellow snow right now. Fred is emailing us.
John, stop.
Evans can hear us. Thank you for that. I
John,
appreciate
stop.
you. Don't you eat that yellow snow, because that's where all the huskies go.
So I've got my little circle there, and that's what the, again, the rope or string or cord or whatever it is you're going to use to attach your luggage tag to your luggage.
Right on.
And slice that piece right out. So now it's one unit. And the outer circle, the circles, both circles are going to be cut where we're going to set the Fresh and Felicia to be engraved. All right.
What's nice about using circles and ovals as opposed to squares and things with corners is corners rip more easily.
Yes,
yeah. So
yes.
circular oval things don't have those corners, those edges.
Right.
So they last a little longer. Meaning your luggage tag will probably still be there when it comes out of the luggage claim.
Correct. All right, so basically I duplicated this and I cut two of these at the same time. And I mean, I'm showing the software here because I just kind of wanted to show how simple the software is. You don't think so?
No, they call John Mellow Yellow.
Oh, geez.
They call him Mellow Yellow. Give me my guitar.
So here's the We Create. And what's nice about this machine is that it has an autofocus feature. So the top of the machine rises and adjusts to autofocus for whatever material you're putting in there.
Whoa.
All right. So now I've refreshed the screen, done the autofocus.
This is the camera. You can actually see what's on the platter.
Exactly. Here. I can see the material and move my design right onto the material exactly where I need it to go, and know that I'm hitting it just right.
Really?
Yeah.
I love when you're hitting it just right, baby. Laser, what did you think I was talking about?
I got nothing to say to you right now.
Go ahead.
Oh, I got nothing to say. So basically, we're just sending this over to the We Create, and there it goes.
Whoa, look how fast it
So
is.
I put it in hyperspeed mode.
Oh, you speeded this up.
I sped it up. No,
Okay,
it's not
okay.
that fast. Don't get crazy.
This is 6 times normal speed, just
absolutely.
to save a little bit of time.
Absolutely.
I love Fun Caca. They should call John Fun Caca. That's what I'm going to call you from now on.
So it engraves.
You call me Nunts, I'll call you Fun Caca.
So it engraved Fresh and Felicia first, and then it went back and did the cut. All right. So this was the first time we'd cut with the yellow. And we noticed the edges were slightly charred, so to speak.
That's okay.
And it does wipe off fairly easily. And then
there's a whole thing called air assist, which is a whole different thing here.
Wait there.
So let's show these.
Yep,
All
go show those.
And when that's done,
that's it.
Does it come back?
Yep, that's it.
That's it. Now come back to us.
Yep.
And we made these with the suede looking thing. So check this out. So we have to hide your eyes, otherwise it tries to focus up.
Let me get out of the scene.
So we made these cool little tags, a little more subtle. And we could glue these together. We haven't done it yet, but this is what the back of it looks like. And you can glue these together, and you have these little. What is this cord called? Did you figure out what this cord is called? It's like a steel cord.
I forget. I can't remember.
But it's super cool. And again, this is our beautiful backpack by Heinz Eagle. It has wheels on the bottom for each. Look, this had little treads on them. I didn't realize it. That's
They're
pretty cool.
they're skate wheels, inline skate wheels.
That's pretty cool. So we'll be bringing this on our MSC Cruise next week. Again, we will not be live. We'll be pseudo live. We'll be playing a pre-recorded show, but we will be live in the chat as we're sitting at the bar in Nassau, Bahamas, God willing, if this hurricane does not materialize, which is completely possible.
That's right.
And also on our cruise channel, you'll be seeing some wavy ocean out there because the whole Atlantic's going to be nuts. And I will have my nausea medication and my patch with me just in case.
That's right.
So thank you, Dr. Wright, for prescribing that. All right, so we did a couple of things. We're doing a whole special day. The reason we're simulcasting is because we're doing cruise wear and cruise accessories that we're able to make at home and take with us on that cruise.
That's right. That's right.
What are you making here? What is
So next we're going to do our cups. Or
Oh, yes, because
we're going to personalize these.
I don't want, this is hydrogen water made by Purify. Thank you to our sponsors at Purify for sending this to us. But I don't want Felicia's germs on my bottle. Those of you know what I'm talking about because germs are gross. So this is our Purify bottle. And it makes hydrogen water. See the little bubbles coming up via electrolysis? I have to hide your eyes.
Oh, sorry. I get out of the way again.
It loves you. The camera loves you. And it tells you how many parts per billion of hydrogen are in this water. But anywho, I want something on my bottle that tells me that this is my bottle and not Felicia's.
I mean, the color is just not enough.
What if I were colorblind and I couldn't tell? What if I had too much tequila for that Yacht Club drink package and I can't see color? It's happened.
Do you want to share your screen again?
Go ahead.
Share my screen again?
What am I doing?
You going to share my screen real quick? This is really quick and fast.
Go ahead.
Okay, got it? Oops, sorry,
Ouch.
sorry. So I'm just going to click on this text tool on the left, and I'm going to type in Tim, because that's what he wants. And then I'm going to click on it again, and I'm going to type in Felicia, because that's what I want. And I'm going to click on his and change the font to
Yeah, I need something manly.
something.
I need something manly, Felicia. Is it time for a sip break yet? It's been a
Sure.
while.
He's stealing my drinks now, just so y'all know. All right, so I've got a font for him, and I got a font for me.
Why does your drink taste better than mine?
Because I'm more special.
Because it's yours?
Because it's mine. All right, so we're just going to kind of size these down to what we want them to be. His is going to be about 2 inches high by about 1.5 inches almost, and mine is going to be roughly about the same. All right, so that's all I did. I didn't do anything special here, right? I just typed names.
Easy peasy, yeah.
Easy peasy. And I'm going to send those over to...
No, we don't have to mirror these because they're not heat transfer.
Exactly. We do not
Am
have
I
to
learning or what?
See, I told you.
Evans must be so proud of me right now for learning something today.
Exactly, right? So we've got this. I'm going to take a piece of it, and then you're going to show the...
Go ahead. You want me to zip out of this thing now?
You can zip out of this thing.
Go ahead.
And
right,
I've got this brand new roll of patterned
Oh, look at that.
patterned.
So you're doing
This is patterned.
multiple layers, but not with heat.
We're not doing multiple layers on this time.
You're not?
We're just doing one layer. Just
Oh,
Tim
okay.
and just Felicia. I could offset these if you have a burning desire, but check out these colors. I'm going to take one, and then you're going to go up to the camera and show the rest. Here. See all the different colors? They're different sheets.
Oh my God.
Show them the pretty colors.
Let me show you the pretty
go
colors.
ahead and
I have a feeling she's trying to get rid of me. She's like, Tim, go play with the pretty colors.
no, not at all.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. There's more than one color here?
Yeah, there's several sheets in that
Oh,
pack.
that's the same. Look at that one. All pretty colors. Oh, look at that.
Right, and that's the one I'm using right now. I'm going to cut that one for our design, and I'm just going to cut the vinyl down to size.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. So I'm actually using my Cricut trimmer, okay, and I'm just cutting the vinyl down to size. I thought he was still on the screen. And put this on my mat. Now, this is removable vinyl, okay? So you'll have to be careful with this because it could come off while I did this intentionally so that we could Take
I've
it off.
never seen removable vinyl come off anything unless you seriously try to take it off.
Correct. It
And
will.
we're not going to wash these bottles because you're not allowed to dishwash because there's
Right.
electronics in them.
Right. Now, unlike HTV, we put the pattern side up when we're doing a removable or permanent vinyl.
Because you're not mirroring.
Because we're not mirroring it. It's going to go right onto our cup with transfer tape.
Right on.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and send this over real quick. Load this. This is really hard to do backwards, by the way. Hopefully it loads
I'm
in straight.
proud of you.
Hopefully it loads in straight.
I am. Your skills amaze me, bro.
Straight enough, right? And which color bottle do you want Tim on?
Let's go with the teal.
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
And I'll do mine on the silver.
Oh, Evans is very proud of me. Evans is our remote producer, so thank you for joining us, Evans.
All right, so I'm going to take a piece of transfer tape. Now, what is transfer tape? Transfer tape is what you need to peel off permanent or removable vinyl from its backing.
You don't need transfer tape for heat transfer vinyl.
That's correct,
Heat
Bob.
transfer vinyl has its own little backing.
That's right. So I just cut a piece of it off.
I'm getting this. Someday I'm going to make something. Probably not.
I
Go
liked
ahead.
your idea. I think that, and we've talked about this before. I don't know why we haven't done it yet. Is you actually doing a project with instruction?
Felicia, I don't think you can teach a monkey to swim. I'm sorry, you could try, but we'd be on this show for 10 hours. I think YouTube has a limit. I'm not sure about, we're on Facebook as well. Is anybody watching us on Facebook here?
That might be Paige and John.
Facebook, yeah, we have John and Paige on Facebook. We have YouTube. We have a Twitch.
We have a Twitch.
One Twitch user.
Oh, Lord.
K-Wood in the house. Look at Karen Wooden popping in.
How's that
Good to
kitchen
see-
coming along, Kaywood?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You guys
So
coming
here's-
over for dinner tonight?
Here's my
We're
design.
having leftover chili, but it's very spicy.
Spicy.
Very spicy.
So I'm just weeding out the pieces and parts of my design that I
You
don't
guys are
need.
welcome to come on.
And I don't
Actually,
know.
all of you are welcome. Anybody watching, you're welcome to come over tonight.
I don't know. I think that Kaywood might agree that
K-Wood's on Facebook.
Gouda bites might be yummy.
Gouda bites tonight? Tracy's?
No, I'm not going out though. I want to stay home.
to Tracy.
Oh, God.
All right. So I weeded out the pieces and parts I don't need. You want to zoom in on this real quick?
Yes, dear.
Because this is different than what we've done before.
Stand by. Evans, don't get sick. Ready?
All right. So this is
Hold it
transfer. This is transfer tape.
I don't want to move the camera, so hold it up.
You okay?
Go ahead.
All right. So I'm putting this over
Okay, I'll move the camera then.
over Tim. Can you see it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
And making sure that's pressed down really good.
What are you doing
And
with your weeding tool?
I'm just pressing down
Would
to
you
make
use a
sure.
roller for that?
You can, but I don't have it handy. So we picked up Tim from the backing, right?
Yeah.
And now we can put it on your
I make
tumbler.
sure it's
or-
straight. I get a little kind of cranky.
do you want it this way or do you
yeah,
want
on
it
the
this way?
exact back.
This way
Yeah.
or that way? This way? This way?
What do you guys think?
Or that
Should I do
way?
it vertical or horizontal? Tell us in the chat. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. What do we got? What do we got? We got some votes for vertical or horizontal. What are we thinking? What are we thinking, people? What are they saying? What are they saying?
You got nothing.
We got nothing. It's a delay. Hold on.
I'm just going with it.
Wait. I mean, that's like important opinions here. Hold on. Should we do it horizontal or vertical? Horizontal, Page says. Why do I want that drink bottle so bad? We're going to have to send John one. We're going to send.
Do you want it
Evans
in the
one.
middle or towards the top?
Middle. Wait, landscape, John says. So we have a horizontal and a landscape. Who's the tiebreaker? Vertical. Vertical it is.
Vertical
Evans
this way?
comes in with the tiebreaker.
This way? Like this?
Wait a minute.
Eh?
Horizontal, landscape, vertical. Wait. Oh. You do whatever you want. I don't care now. Go ahead. Surprise me.
I don't know. I could go either way.
Do it vertical.
All right.
So it confuses me.
You're-
And I'll be looking at it backwards. I'll be like, who's Mitt?
Show it.
Look at that. Roll it to me, baby. Oh my God. Look at that. Uh-oh. Won't you marry me, Tim?
Oh gosh.
Wait, if it's this way, it's whittled. If it's this way, it's mitt. That looks great. And this will stay on here. If I scratch it, what'll happen?
Well, he's gonna mess it up.
I'm really getting into it now. I'm
You're gonna
scratching
mess it
hard
up.
and nothing's coming off. It's
You're gonna
not
mess it
coming
up.
off at the high
I'm
top.
telling you.
Look at that. That's pretty cool. Nice work.
So I'll
And
do
what are you
mine.
putting on yours?
Felicia.
Is Felicia your real name?
Nope.
There's a reason for that. If you watched our Who Are Fresh and Felicia or Tim and Felicia, then you would know that. That is in our Crafting Fun with Family Unit show, isn't it?
That's
Little
right.
introduction, I think it is in there with
It
your
is.
real name.
That's right. There you
You
go.
want to know.
I did mine differently so we can see it both ways.
Oh, look. All right, let me show those in the camera. So you will know what, and this is removable vinyl.
That's removable vinyl.
So you could remove this. You could just peel this off.
You
And
absolutely can.
Obviously, you need a little effort because I just scratched the dog snot out of it and I couldn't get it off. So it's sort of removable, but you need a tool or something.
Right. Right.
Something sharp, a razor blade or a picking
Yeah.
tool or a hammer or something
Right.
to take that off.
Right. So
Good.
you got all these projects we did today.
Look at this. So we are ready for our cruise. Again, we will not be live on this channel next week because we will be in the Bahamas unless that hurricane whoops through. We may end up in Europe. I don't know where
Ooh.
MSC is going to go next week when that hurricane comes, but I will find out. This is my shirt. It's called Botacious because
It
I
could be.
am
Your shirt.
botacious. And we did a play on the word bodacious. And we have bodacious, which is a combination, ooh, that was lightning, of flock and heat transfer vinyl, 2 layers on here. You could do this with that stuff, sublimation.
You could.
You could achieve the
Okay.
same thing, but you can't do it on a dark shirt.
Nope.
What did you just do? You just have an idea? Put it over your head. She just had an idea. And that is thanks to our sponsors, Neporal, who sent us these light bulbs. And we weren't really sure what to do with these light bulbs.
Yeah, there it is.
We're like, why are you going to send us light bulbs? So these are really cool. These are chargeable in your socket of your light. So you twist this in a typical light socket, like a lamp, and they charge from 6 to 8 hours, and they just stay charged in there. So if you have a power outage, you can take them out and clip them together, and then you have light.
How cool is that?
Or
How
you can
cool
do
is
magic
that?
tricks with your finger. You can short it out like this. That's
right.
pretty cool. Or they have these cool little hooks on them. So you could put this on. I was thinking, how do we use this in crafts? And if you make lamps or something at a craft show, or you just want to hang these on the string, you could click them like that.
I didn't realize you could click
Right?
it.
You can hang it like that. There's a
Oh,
little
that's
button. It
nice.
comes with this little attachment.
Those are so cool. He took that on the walk with the dog the other morning.
It was so cool.
He just
right?
thought it was so cool that he
I was
could
like,
turn the light bulb on.
Ding! Right? I've never seen it. It like feels like a light bulb.
It does. It does.
And it's pretty bright.
It is very bright.
So thank you to our friends at Neporal. We have links in our description where you could buy these yourself. It's a pretty smart idea. I wasn't really
Actually,
sure.
I need to add that into the description.
That's
and I
pretty
will.
cool. It's a really, really interesting little idea. Rechargeable light bulbs. I thought that was neat. And then we have Opulence. Let me show this to you. So those of you who cruise in Haven or Yacht Club, or what's Celebrity's thing called?
The retreat.
Retreat, Opulence. You will know what that means. And then there's Cruise Addict, because we'll be on a cruise next week.
Evan says the coffee cup you made me with the color changing vinyl still looks great. I use the cup every day.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh,
so
that's
good.
been so long.
Yeah, have you run that through the dishwasher, Evans,
That
or you
is
wash that by
so-
hands? We've
that's been
run ours through the
That has
dishwasher.
been so long.
Have you run that through the dishwasher? I'm curious to see if it's held up, because I don't think we've done any color changes through the dishwasher. I don't think we have.
I don't think we have, but we
Yeah.
should give that a try. I should pull out the color changing vinyl again.
Great idea. That is so cool.
Right, so we made three shirts.
Perfect for our cruise on MSC
Perfect for-
Seashore next week.
That's right.
And we will have a complete review video on our cruise review channel, which is ADM Tim, which is located it'll be in the description too.
Yes.
So if you subscribe to us over there, thank you for that. And we will have these 3 shirts. We will have these 2 glasses.
Yep. And this
We will be
luggage-
drinking hydrogen water on the ship. So
And we'll
that's
be
great
taking
as
our-
we recover from the tequila coma.
And we're going to take a rolly backpack with us, and which will have our luggage
From
tag on.
Heinz Eagle, which will have our
Luggage tag.
custom luggage tags on the back that we made with our We Create laser, and great carve scratch leather. So that's
And
pretty
we're
cool.
going to take our magnetic anchor and replace it with our
Oh,
cruise.
yeah,
Our
that's right.
MSC, as this one says, Norwegian Prima. That's what we sailed on in June. And we're going to replace that with MSC Seascape, Seashore. Which one are we doing?
We're going to Seashore next week.
Seashore. There's
Wait,
so many C's.
Seashore, yeah.
There's so many C's.
Yeah, we did
Seashore,
Seascape out of
Sea-
Miami.
we did Seaview.
Seaside.
Seaside. There's a sea view too.
Yeah,
So
Seaside's in
confusing.
Europe, right?
Anyway, we're going to take this with us, and we're going to the doors on MSC on that ship is magnetic because
it?
we took this with us before.
I noticed that on Norwegian's Prima, the doors are not magnetic. And if you try to put anything on the door,
Right.
the room attendants will take it off and put
Yeah.
it inside your room.
Yep.
They don't want anything on the door.
But the area beside the door
Yeah.
is magnetic. You can put
They don't
stuff
want
there,
anything
but they don't
there.
want
You have to put it inside your.
Yeah.
Also, cruise ducks are now being frowned upon. So Disney started that.
Disney started that.
They're
Yeah.
going away now.
That was the reason why we didn't do a cruise deck today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us. And again, next week we will be doing a special pre-recorded show.
That's right.
It will still be here Friday at 3 p.m. and we will be in the chat live. But due to bandwidth limitations, we probably can't do a live video.
I don't think we're going to be able to do it live.
We tried to do an Amazon live from a cruise ship, and the video quality was really, really
Really bad.
poor. So we decided not to try that again. So we have a pre-recorded show. We'll be in the chat. Talk to us live next Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern.
That's right. That's right.
Any questions? Anybody else?
And the show
Evans?
and the show after that, we're going to do sublimation. All things
And
sublimation.
in 2 weeks, right, we'll do sublimation.
Yeah.
And that is printing with a converted inkjet printer where you can do full color prints on dark or light.
That's right.
And we'll show you those tricks too on mugs, on t-shirts,
right.
on sweatshirts and coasters and some other stuff as well.
As a matter of fact, HTV Ron sent us dark fabrics transfer paper. So we're going to give that a shot.
And it says, thank you. Awesome stream. Have fun on your cruise. Thank you so much. Wish you guys were all coming.
Absolutely.
It's a big
Wouldn't that be
party.
fun?
It would be a lot
Come
of fun.
on, Paige and John. You should join us.
And we are working out the details of our Great American Craft Room giveaway.
We were
haven't
just
forgotten
talking about that earlier today, trying to figure that out.
Figure
It's
that
a lot of
out.
logistics to figure out.
It is the biggest giveaway that's ever been done in the crafting world. We're going to do it right here on this YouTube channel, Crafting Fun with Family Unit, which we'll probably rebrand within the next couple of weeks. We have a couple ideas, a couple of contenders. Need to figure out.
We're not
what
there
those-
yet.
Yeah.
We're close.
But thank you for joining us. I hope you learned something. I hope you had a little bit of fun. Is it time for a sip break? I apologize. Felicia won't let me take as many sip breaks as you deserve. So hopefully you didn't go thirsty during this making sip. But we'll be back next Friday. We're going to talk about fonts on our pre-recorded stream.
That's right.
Again, we'll be sitting in a bar in the Bahamas, hopefully, if the hurricane doesn't come through.
Fingers crossed.
And we will try to chat with you live in real time. And again, in 2 weeks, the sublimation show, right?
That's right. That's right.
Thank you again, John and Paige and Evans and Fred and Karen and everybody else who popped in. Mark is here too. Hey,
Sharon.
Mark Baker. What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Who else is here? John, and we had somebody else
Sharon.
ask a question.
Sharon.
Sharon popped in too, so thank you for the question, Sharon. And everybody else who's watching who I didn't mention, everybody else who's too embarrassed to mention your name, thanks again. And we'll see you guys next week live from, well, pseudo live from Nassau, Bahamas.
That's right.
Let's do this.
Bye, Felicia.
This is Fresh and Felicia show.
Philip Byrne! That is the question.